How's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic day. It's Friday. If you're in Australia, it's probably like Saturday or Sunday. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about onboarding and what it actually takes, how it works, all this kind of stuff. So if you like this kind of thing, feel free to comment. It actually helps me build my YouTube channel. And don't forget to like it. Subscribe to this channel. If you're watching the video, you have to subscribe to this channel. Like, you owe it to yourself. Right, so what happens when you work for a marketing or an agency and they have a client that they introduce you to? What happens in that process? So they have what is called onboarding, and this is kind of typical in regards to, let's just say you are applying for a job online somewhere, and then you show up at the business. They introduce you to the staff. They show your office, your cubicle, whatever it is. They show your laptop. They give you a new phone. They give you your gas card, all this kind of stuff. That's typically how an onboarding process is. Give you a few weeks of training, so that just to make sure that you're up and running. So by the time you actually take off and start door knocking, cold calling, all this kind of stuff, that you're put in a good position to succeed. With onboarding as an inbound closer, what typically happens is they will email you a package, which is basically a bunch of Google Docs where they have links to videos, or they have links to audio files of them actually on the phone. So it could be the owner, it could be one of their salespeople, and you get to listen in on 3 or 4 calls to see how they closed the deal and whether or not they closed the deal, what the objections were, all this kind of stuff. That way you get a nice pulse, a nice heartbeat of what's going on. I love that kind of stuff. That helps out immensely. I almost think you can never get enough phone calls to listen to before you actually jump onto a call yourself on behalf of the company. But usually 3 or 4 is great. And then what they'll do is they will also give you a document. It could be a PDF, could be a Word doc, whatever it is, that basically gives you a breakdown of the programs that they have to offer. So maybe it's a coaching consulting program that's, in my scenario, they have, I believe, 4 packages. One is 2,000, one is 7,500, one is 24 if it's paid in full right away, and another one is about 30,000, spread out over the year, of course. So like an annual program. And then they also give you a script, their version of the script, what they've been using. And then it's up to you to tweak it into your own words so that it sounds natural when you're on the phone. Because the worst thing I think you can do is actually read everything word for word, because there might be some things that don't actually work today. And there's a reason why the client wants you to get on the phone instead of them, because maybe that's not their strength. They might be good at designing the program, the course. They might be good at one-on-one coaching, but they may not be good on the phone. So that's why they send you the script. And usually, like I said, it's usually in a Word doc so that you can tweak it a bit. And then what else do they give you? They give you all their links to their social media profile, if you will. So you get to see what they look like on LinkedIn. You get to see what they look like on Twitter. You get to see what they look like on Instagram. You get to see their website, all that kind of good stuff. So that's handy as well. What else do they give you? Usually they give you the compensation breakdown, or if you're working for an agency, they will tell you what the compensation is. And then because they're dealing directly one-on-one with the client. So hopefully that makes sense. They usually give you a few days, a week, or whatever to ramp things up, get comfortable with the script, get comfortable with the company, learn who the CEO is, maybe it's some of the sales team, the marketing directors, all that kind of stuff. It's just nice to get a general idea of the company. And that's it. Trying to think if there's anything else. They basically, in some situations, they might even give you access to their account, or they might create another account for you to act on their behalf. So sometimes it could be like maybe it's Hootsuite, for example. Maybe they just create another. If you're like a social media manager, maybe they'll give you access, or they'll create a new account excuse me, within Hootsuite, where you can actually manage their Instagram, their Twitter, their LinkedIn, their Facebook, and you can actually listen in on conversations that people are having around that client. So for example, if somebody says, I really like their video or their program and this, and they go at the company name or whatever, that's called listening. So basically, if you're in Hootsuite, you can create a profile where you can actually listen in on anything that's coming across that channel. If it's Facebook and somebody puts hashtag company name like ABC, they'll get notified in Hootsuite, and then you can actually listen in on that conversation and join in. That's how social media influencers respond so quickly to, maybe you might say, hey, this is a great video, I learned a lot, and all of a sudden you see a thumbs up, or you see a like, or a comment that says, glad you enjoyed it, what stood out to you, whatever it is. It's because they're listening. They might have a virtual assistant that's doing all this kind of stuff. This is typical. Like, chances are, if you're watching a video with Grant Cardone or Dan Locke or any of these social media influencers, it's not necessarily them that's responding on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all this kind of stuff, but it's their virtual assistant acting on their behalf. And you might be thinking, oh yeah, this person's actually responding to me, but chances are it's a virtual assistant. Anyways, I don't want to digress too much, but I hope that helps out. Hope that gives you a snapshot of what it takes to become an inbound closer. So you go through all the stuff when it comes to role plays, learning your script, training, all this kind of stuff. Now, on the other side, when you're actually with a client, you have to learn about that business. And if you have multiple clients, you have to know a little bit about each company. You don't have to be an expert on their product. Otherwise, you would be the coach. You just need to get a little snapshot of what the pain points are for the potential prospects, the potential clients, the people that are actually interested in their product or service. You just need to know a little bit of where are their pain points. That's what you should be looking for in the script. Okay, when the person is on the sales call, what is standing out as the prospect's pain? And then you tweak that and put that into your script so that when you're on the phone call, you actually have a snapshot of what kind of pain they're in. Because if they're in pain, that's where you come across as you can solve that problem. And hopefully you can solve that problem. If they don't have any pain, it's not going to work. And that'll be another video. Hope this helps. Once again, don't forget to comment. Even if you just take 30 seconds, a minute, whatever, just a brief little comment helps me grow my channel as well. And it helps me to know what type of video that you want me to create as well. Thanks a lot. I'm going to finish drinking my coffee, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.